Yes, Anil, come in. Yeah, Anil. Yeah.
Please take your
seat. Start.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anil, introduce yourself to the board.
Myself, Anil Kumar, ma'am. I am from Tiruvuru, NTR district. So from my father and mother, I learned that they worked really hard to put me in a position where I am today. So from him I learned hard work, and ever since then I was able to work hard and able to be in a position where I am today. And from my schooling I was able to learn that dedication is very important and discipline is very important. And part of that I was also able to participate in some extracurricular activities, through which I was able to build some hobbies like playing football and playing badminton. And from my intermediate education I was able to learn logical thinking and scientific temper, which helped in my problem solving capabilities. And in addition to that, I pursued my graduation in Vijayawada College, in which I was able to learn some leadership qualities, and also I was able to interact with a lot of them. That means I was able to get into teamwork, involved in teams and working so that we can achieve objectives collectively. And the most important thing that inspired me to pursue the civil service is the service motive. My father and mother, ever since I was a child, they brought up me in such a way that I should be serving people. My mother has a dream that I am going to be a great administrator, so I want to fulfill her dream. Not only that, from my perspective also, I like being part of policy planning. I like being in the part of making India a country which the world envies. So that's about myself now.
Okay. After completion of your graduation, what you have done?
I studied for the civil services for 3 years, ma'am. Later I joined in a institution where I started working as a teacher in economy.
Okay. Why you have chosen teaching profession?
So because I felt like as I was pursuing my civil services, and when I started pursuing civil services, I was able to see that I was able to learn more and more when I was teaching someone. So from that I thought that why should I not become a teacher and earn some money and help my family and also pursue my civil services aspiration now.
Okay. Can you mention the schemes, few welfare schemes of Andhra Pradesh?
Yes, sure, ma'am. There is a scheme called as Nadu Nedu scheme, ma'am, which is for revamping the infrastructure in the educational institutions. So it was brought up because in our educational institutions there is no proper infrastructure facilities, especially in the primary schools. So our government, with a vision to transform the educational sector, brought this scheme called as Nadu Nedu, through which was able to significantly revamp the infrastructure in the primary schools and secondary schools, ma'am.
Anything else? Only
yeah, yes, ma'am. Definitely. There are a few more schemes like housing scheme, ma'am. Housing is definitely very essential in order for overall development of a family, ma'am. So taking that into consideration for poor households, there was a scheme called as Jagananna Illu scheme, ma'am, through which government is trying to give one cent of land, and also in addition to that some money to construct the houses, ma'am.
Okay. Do you ever felt that there is a need to change this particular structure of the scheme so that more people can be benefited or something like that?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely in the Nadu Nedu scheme, one important thing is that government is purely concentrating only on the infrastructure development, ma'am. Rather than that, what government should have been doing is that collectively they should also include curriculum. They should bring changes in the curriculum along with the infrastructure to make quality education out of it, ma'am.
Okay, great. So you belong to NTR district, no?
Yes, ma'am.
SPART.
Ma'am.
Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat of your district.
Strength of my district is that my district is considered as a commercial hub, ma'am, and also it is having a lot of tourist potential. So weakness of the district is that we are not able to actually realize to the complete potential.
Sorry, can you repeat the strengths?
The strength of our district is considered as a commercial hub, ma'am. This district is considered as a commercial hub. A lot of business activities are happening in this district, and also in addition to that there is a lot of scope for development of tourism sector that is also considered as a strength, ma'am. Especially considering the pilgrimage center which Vijayawada is, which Jaggaypeta is, and also which Kanchikcharla is. So definitely tourism is having a lot of potential. The weakness is that we are not able to actually realize the utmost potential of tourism in this district, ma'am. In addition to that, one more weakness is that there is no, even the infrastructure to some extent is good in this district. It definitely has to be on the higher level in order to make sure a lot of people are getting benefit out of it. So opportunities available for this city is that, for this district is that, this district is having mica resource, ma'am, but they are not actually tapped currently, and take into consideration the current semiconductor development and electronics development happening across the world, and as we are able to see that semiconductors are considered as growth engines for the future, definitely we can tap the resource of mica, especially present in my village, my town called as Tiruvuru, ma'am, which is not actually being used to utmost potential now.
Okay.
And what's the last?
Threats.
Sorry, ma'am. Last threats. I don't specifically remember any kind of threats, ma'am, but surely law and order sometimes has not been good.
But for Tiruvuru, there is no railway connection, no?
Yes, ma'am. There is no railway connection, ma'am.
Only road transportation.
Yes, ma'am. Only road transportation.
Any specific reason for that?
So nearby my village there is no railway tracks, ma'am. So
what is the nearest station if at all you want to go by train?
Nearest station is Khammam, ma'am, which is approximately 50 kilometers. But there is a small station called as Madira, which is 35 kilometers apart, ma'am.
Okay, over to Nikhil, sir.
Hello, Anil. So you have mentioned that you want a paper presentation on AI.
It's an artificial intelligence.
AI NLP.
Yes, sir.
What is it? Can you please elaborate?
Yes, sir. So artificial intelligence simply means it mimics human
Not
intelligence.
about AI. What is this?
Natural language processing, sir.
Yeah.
Natural language processing means we can talk to phones and phones can talk to us back, sir.
Okay.
So how we are able to get this idea of presenting a paper on artificial intelligence, natural language processing is that I am having a friend, sir, whose father occupation is farmer. So he is not able to properly understand about market information in his mobile phone. So we thought that how we can make it effective, smartphones, how we can make it effective so that even a small farmer will be in a position to understand the language. So he can speak to the phone currently using this natural language processing, sir, and he can get back the information, sir.
So what about that project? Did you scale it up or?
No, sir, we did not scale up, sir. It's just a presentation, sir. We presented how effectively we can do it, sir. But at that time, we are not having that kind of expertise or money to pursue that, sir.
Okay. Can you tell the status of startup ecosystem in India currently?
Yes, sir. Currently, through Startup India and Stand Up India, government is trying to significantly revamp the entrepreneurial capitalists in our country, sir. So we know that rather than seeking for job, we should be in a position to motivate our youth to give the job, sir. So taking that into consideration, our government is significantly trying to provide various types of benefits like providing credit, providing various types of opportunities, providing industry academy and linkages. In this way, definitely government is trying to do it smart, sir. So in addition to this, the curriculum also should be in such a way that youth should be motivated to pursue the startup, sir.
Okay, so then what is the use if like people like you who are talented and who are presenting and who are in fact winning paper presentations
Yes, sir.
are unable to scale any idea?
Sir.
Where are we lacking? Are we lacking or
So as I told you,
is
sir.
it not the weakest link?
Sorry, sir. Sir, can you repeat the last part of the question, sir?
I mean, is it not a hindrance or a bottleneck that we are unable to scale up our ideas? We are having ideas, but they are not taking any material shape.
Yes, sir. I told you that we are not having that kind of expertise, sir, especially with respect to our curriculum. We presented paper in 2018, sir. At that point of time, artificial intelligence has not reached where it is now, sir. And also, we are not having adequate financial resources provided by the college to support this project, sir.
Okay. What is this idea about generative AI that is going on?
Sorry, sir. I don't have.
Okay, this ChatGPT. So
Yes, sir. ChatGPT and it's like Siri, Alexa, like that. We can speak to it and they can speak back to us in our natural language.
okay. So you have also worked as a teacher.
Yes, sir.
Right. Tell me the status of education in the state of Andhra Pradesh.
So
Like the gross enrollment ratio at primary, secondary, and higher levels.
So I don't remember the numericals with respect to those, sir. But definitely, NDR district is definitely considered as hub of education, sir. So here, education sector, especially secondary education is on very high level. So gross enrollment ratio is approximately more than 90% in this district, sir. Even in Andhra Pradesh, gross enrollment has currently exceeded 85%, sir. So, but literacy rate of Andhra Pradesh is currently lagging behind even the national average. But in order to catch up with the national average, and in order to make it even more compared to the national average, our government is trying to bring various types of schemes to make sure there is significant amount of enrollment, especially at the primary level, and there is no dropouts for the secondary level, sir. And with respect to higher education also, there are different types of scholarships our government is awarding. There are different type of opportunities government is giving for the students to make sure that they are able to pursue their dreams, sir.
three schemes surrounding the education sector?
Yes, sir. Jagananna Vidya Divina, sir. So through that, government is trying to provide scholarships to students, sir.
At all the levels or at what level?
For all the levels, sir. Till graduation level, sir. Till graduation level, government is providing scholarships, sir. Jagananna Vasthi Divina, sir. So some of the students are not having the capacity to live in the hostel, sir. While pursuing their higher education, for them government is providing Vasthi Divina also, sir. In addition to that, government is, I already told madam that there is a scheme called as Nadu Nedu scheme, sir, through which government is significantly enhancing the infrastructure sector for primary and secondary level schools, sir.
Okay. What are the challenges that these schemes are facing? Are there any?
Yes, sir, definitely there are challenges for this scheme, sir. One of the major problem is that exclusion error, sir. So really who needs this kind of schemes, who needs these kind of benefits, they are being excluded. There is also inclusion error, sir. People who are not that poor, they are also able to get hold of these schemes, and because of this our state is currently experiencing deficit like situations, sir.
Say suppose you are posted maybe at a district level as a DEO or even at a state level. How do you ensure that the omission and commission errors will not create?
Yes, sir. So currently already there is a pilot project happening in several districts like Srikakulam and Vijayawada with respect to Aadhaar linkages, sir. So if you are able to link up our Aadhaar card to these schemes, definitely we will be able to ensure that exclusion errors and inclusion errors can be prevented, sir. And we can definitely make a use of the technology available to us in the form of biometrics and all to make sure that these benefits are going to the actual people who need them, sir.
But we are seeing Aadhaar linkage schemes like PDS
Yes, sir.
is leading to unwanted disadvantages, like people not able to, the biometric systems not being able to capture
Yes, sir.
biometric, and people are unable to utilize or get their rightful share. So is Aadhaar the only way, or are there any other ways?
Definitely Aadhaar is just considered as one way, sir. But as we are able to face biometric problems, I don't think it is with respect to Aadhaar or anything, sir. But biometric problems is that we require revamping the infrastructure, especially available at the PDS outlets, sir. If you are able to revamp the infrastructure available at PDS outlets, definitely we can make sure through this Aadhaar itself we can remove the exclusion and inclusion errors, sir.
Okay. Have you gone through the new education policy that is recently that has come out?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell three significant features of new education policy?
Yes, sir. One of the significant feature of this new education policy is that multilingual teaching, sir. So at the foundation level, definitely children should be taught in the mother tongue so that they can easily cope up with the education system, sir. That is one of the significant aspects, sir. Second thing is foundation literacy and numeracy, sir, which we are calling as FLN, sir. So foundation literacy and numeracy simply means, as per ACER survey, some of our students who are studying 5th class, they are not able to do simple additions and subtractions, sir. So to prevent these kind of situations, foundation literacy and numeracy is very significant part, sir. Further, government is trying to, for this national education policy has given a curriculum which can significantly enhance this foundation literacy and numeracy, sir. And even with respect to higher education in this national education policy, there is credit system being awarded, and people need not get stuck to only one single discipline, sir. They can transcend the boundaries of these disciplines and pursue holistic development, sir.
Okay, so while I was going through your tab, I've seen like you are mostly interested in the area of economics, right?
Yes, sir.
So economics, right? Can you name one thinker of economics who you like?
To be specific, yes, sir, I like Kuznets' hypothesis, sir. Kuznets is a person I really admire, sir, because he was able to predict the capitalistic system, where initial inequalities are definitely going to rise when you are following the capitalistic system, but finally we will reach a phase where inequalities can be brought down, sir.
What does the hypothesis say?
Yes, sir. Initially, the inequalities are going to increase when there is economic growth, but slowly with significant and sustained economic growth, we can reduce these inequalities and bring overall development, sir.
Now the Indian growth rate is at around 66.8% according to the economics report.
Sir.
But the Oxfam report says otherwise, the top 1% or 50% of the share.
Yes, sir.
This is
Definitely,
not
sir.
against the hypothesis that sustained growth is not leading to any.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. But one thing we can understand from this is that, sir, there is no a particular year which he says where we can reduce the inequalities or tone down the inequalities, sir. So definitely we are in a phase where inequalities are definitely coming down, sir. Initially, 1990s and 1980s, there was significant wealth inequalities, sir, which are able to be brought down now. In 2000s, there are significant income inequalities, sir, but that was also able to be toned down, sir, currently.
So you have also done some work related to Krishna Pushkara.
Yes, sir.
There was some incident regarding Godavari Pushkara, some accident.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of it?
No, sir. Not aware of Godavari Pushkara.
Okay, so say suppose in such big events,
Yes, sir.
to prevent any such mishap of stampede or something,
Yes, sir.
tell me steps that you would like to take before such accident or mishap, and also after the event, what are the steps you would like to take? Tell me before and after.
So before the Pushkara happens, one important thing is that having proper administration, sir. We should be in a position to properly provide infrastructure in the first place, sir. Necessary for the people to come to this location, enjoy the Pushkara, sir. First thing is infrastructure. We require infrastructure along with the proper administration, sir. Second important thing we require is we should be coordinating with the civil society organizations, sir. Civil society organizations definitely know at ground level what we can do, how we can tone down, how we can enhance the capacity of the people, how we can make sure people are able to get better experience. So definitely civil service organizations and NGOs should be brought, they should be collaborated, sir. Third important thing is we should definitely involve youth in this kind of aspect, sir. Youth should be, we should motivate youth to participate in this kind of events and make sure that this youth is in a position to guide the pilgrimages, and fourth important thing is that maintaining proper law and order, sir, by having proper vigilance and use of proper technology to make sure these kind of things are not happening, sir. So this we have to make sure before the process actually starts, sir. Once the process starts, then we should be in a position to properly demarcate the regions where we can keep the people, keep their vehicles, and we should be in a position to guide them to the river side, sir.
The question was not after starting of the process, but after any such untoward incident happens.
Oh, sorry,
what
sir.
will be the first steps you take?
I'm sorry, sir. After the incident happened, first important thing is we should definitely try to resolve the situation by bringing their administrators, sir, who are working in that location. They should be immediately brought to the location and they should calm down the situation, sir. Second important thing is these kind of situations should not be repeated, sir. For that we need to take proper guidelines and steps, sir. Third important thing is we should make sure how this thing happens, sir, so that in the future we can prevent these kind of instances. And next important thing is that we should properly able to see how the coordinators are working in that location to make sure this kind of situation does not repeat in the future, sir.
Okay, fine. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. So Anil,
Yes, sir.
యూనిఫామ్ సివిల్ కోడ్
Yes, sir.
ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఉంది, కానీ లాస్ట్ ఫ్యూ ఇయర్స్ నుంచి దాన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడం కోసం గవర్నమెంట్ ఎక్కువగా ట్రై చేస్తుంది.
Yes, sir.
ఈజ్ దేర్ ఎనీ పొలిటికల్ రీజన్ బిహైండ్ ఇట్?
So, can I think for 10 seconds?
యా.
Sir, I don't think there is any kind of political reasons behind that, sir. Ever since the constitution was framed, our constitutional makers thought that this uniform civil code should be introduced in our country, sir. That is why they kept in the directive principles of state policy also, sir, that we should definitely bring this uniform civil code into act. But at that situation, 1940s and 1950s, our people are not in a position to actually adopt this uniform civil code, sir. But currently, I think we have reached a position where people are having the capacity to understand the importance of uniform civil code, sir. That's why even government is trying to hardly pursue this uniform civil code and bring it into act, sir.
ఓకే. యూ వర్క్డ్ ఇన్ కృష్ణా పుష్కరాలు కదా?
Yes, sir.
కృష్ణా పుష్కరాలు. ఇప్పుడు పోలవరం ప్రాజెక్ట్ నడుస్తుంది కదా, డిలే అవుతుంది, బాగా డిలే అవుతుంది.
Okay, sir.
డిలే అవ్వడానికి మెయిన్ రీజన్స్ ఏమనుకుంటున్నావు?
పోలవరం ప్రాజెక్ట్ నేషనల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్, సార్. రీహాబిలిటేషన్ గురించి సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ దగ్గర నుంచి రావాల్సిన కొన్ని ఫండ్స్ మనకు స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఇంకా రాలేదు, సార్. బిల్స్ స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్ ప్రజెంట్ చేసినా సరే ఆ బిల్స్కి అప్రూవల్ ఇంకా రాలేదు, సార్. ఆ బిల్స్ సంబంధించిన మనీ ఇంకా రాలేదు, సార్. సో ఫైనాన్షియల్ కన్స్ట్రెయింట్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఒక మేజర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్, సార్. అండ్ సెకండ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఈస్ దట్ ద పోలవరం ప్రాజెక్ట్ కాస్ట్ బాగా సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిపోతున్నాయి సార్. 2000లో ఫినిష్ అవ్వాల్సిన ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇప్పుడు 2023లో ఉన్నా సరే ఇంకా ఫినిష్ అవ్వలేదు సార్. అప్పుడున్న కాస్ట్ ఒకలాగా ఉన్నాయి, ఇప్పుడున్న కాస్ట్ ఒకలా ఉన్నాయి సార్. సో దీనివల్ల సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్కి బర్డెన్ అవుతుంది సార్ మనీ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడానికి. అప్పుడు ఒక టైప్ ఆఫ్ అలొకేషన్కి సంబంధించిన మనీని చెప్పారు. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైందంటే కాస్ట్ ఆబ్వియస్గా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల సిమెంట్ కాస్ట్ కానీ బ్రిక్స్ కాస్ట్ కానీ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల మళ్ళీ దాన్ని రివ్యామ్ చేసి వేరే ఫిగర్ని తీసుకురావాల్సి వచ్చింది సార్. సో అది సెకండ్ మేజర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ సార్. And third major problem is that interstate water disputes, sir. So there is a dispute with respect to this Poland project between Andhra Pradesh government and Telangana government, sir. I think these are
the dispute ni solve cheyadaniki ఏ బాడీ ట్రై చేస్తుంది? ఏ ఎంటిటీ ట్రై చేస్తుంది ఈ డిస్ప్యూట్ సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి?
Sorry sir, I'm not able to particularly remember the body, sir, but under constitution itself we are having a body. Article 262 prescribes a body to settle this kind of disputes, sir.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఈ 4 అవర్ పక్కన పెడతాం. జనరల్గా ఇంటర్ స్టేట్ రివర్ డిస్ప్యూట్స్ని సాల్వ్ చేయడం కోసం ఫైనల్ డెసిషన్ టేకింగ్ అథారిటీ ఎవరు? ద ఫైనల్ డెసిషన్ కమ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ హూమ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఆల్ ద బాడీస్ అడ్వైజరీస్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ కొలాబొరేట్ ఫైనల్గా?
Sorry sir.
Okay. You taught communication skills to children in orphan homes.
Yes,
why do you think communication is so much important to orphan children?
So when I was child, I was an introvert, sir. So whenever I want to speak something, I used to feel like I cannot speak in front of crowds, sir. That's majorly because I don't have proper communication skills at that point of time, sir. So I feel like communication is not just about speaking in one language, sir. It's about how we are presenting our case in a proper way so that the person who is in the receiving end is able to properly take that, sir. So as I understood the importance of communication in my early childhood, I thought that it should definitely be part of any child. Definitely every child will be facing these kind of problems. So I thought that I could solve the problem of at least few children, especially in orphanages where they are not having proper amenities, where they are not having proper kind of emotional support, where they are not having proper kind of social support, sir. They definitely require this kind of assistance, sir. So I thought that communication skills are better way, and as my friends are teaching different types of subjects, I thought I could teach these communication skills to them, sir.
Okay, as you have visited these orphan homes to teach communication skills, ఇప్పుడు ఇనిషియల్గా యూ వాంట్ టు టీచ్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్స్ అనుకుందాం, బట్ ఇప్పుడు ఆఫ్టర్ యూ హ్యావ్ గాన్ టు ది ఆర్ఫన్ హోమ్ మెనీ టైమ్స్, ఈ ఆర్ఫన్ హోమ్స్లో ఉన్న చిల్డ్రన్ ఫేస్ చేసే 3 మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏంటి? ఒకవేళ ఇప్పుడుగా నువ్వు సపోర్ట్ ఇవ్వాలంటే వాళ్ళకి, నువ్వైనా ఎవరు సపోర్ట్ ఇవ్వాలంటే ఎలాంటి సపోర్ట్ ఇస్తే నిజంగా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది? ఎందుకంటే కమ్యూనికేషన్ మేబీ ద ప్రాబ్లం డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటుంది, కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఉంటుంది, ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది, బట్ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు ఆలోచిస్తే ఆన్ ద బ్యాక్ ఆఫ్ యర్ మైండ్, టెల్ మీ 3 మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ దట్ యూ ఫెల్ట్ దే హ్యావ్ గాట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ విత్ దెమ్, and tell me how do you solve those problems?
First major problem is they are not having proper kind of emotional support, sir. So in an orphan home where there are 30-35 students, there is only one caretaker, sir. This one caretaker is definitely not in a position to provide the kind of support all these 30-35 children require, sir. Even if you take into consideration our homes, our parents are not able to properly sometimes support 2 children or 1 children at that point of time, sir. So one caretaker supporting 30 students is definitely a Herculean task, sir. For which significant children are not able to get this kind of emotional support, sir. That's first thing, sir. Second thing is that they are definitely facing financial constraints, sir. So they are not able to, even though there are donors who are saying that they are going to provide money, but in time they are not able to provide this kind of money, sir.
To whom? The private homes?
To the private homes, sir, to the orphan homes.
Okay.
And third important challenge is that even though sometimes they are able to get they are able to get the money, this money is not properly utilized to the orphans, sir.
First of all, is there a regulatory body to regulate the private orphan homes in Andhra Pradesh? అసలు బాడీ ఉంది అసలు?
I'm not aware of that, sir.
అంటే నువ్వు వర్క్ చేసిన ఆర్ఫన్ హోమ్స్లో అక్కడ ఇన్ఛార్జ్ ఎవరు? అంటే ఒక ఫిలాంథ్రఫిస్టా?
ఒక అతను డోనర్స్ ఒక 5 members ఉంటారు, సార్. 5 బిజినెస్ హౌస్ ఉన్నాయి, సార్. ఆ బిజినెస్ హౌస్ నుంచి డోనర్స్ వస్తాయి, సార్.
వాళ్ళకి ఫండ్స్ ఎలా వస్తున్నాయో నీకు ఐడియా ఉందా?
నో సార్, ఐ డోంట్ నో దట్, సార్.
ఓకే, సో ఎలా యూస్ చేస్తారా?
మంత్లీ ఇంత అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ మనీ పంపిస్తారు వీళ్ళు. ఒకళ్ళేమో మంత్లీ ఫుడ్ పంపిస్తారు, ఒకళ్ళేమో మంత్లీ కొంత లైక్ సోప్స్ కానీ.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు మన స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్లో ఏమైనా స్కీమ్స్ ఉన్నాయా? పర్టికులర్గా ఆర్ఫన్స్ కోసం స్కీమ్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా?
Can I think about it?
Yeah, please.
I do do not remember anything specifically to orphan homes, sir. But for children, definitely there are different types of schemes which government is providing, sir, especially with respect to education and healthcare, sir, and also with respect to nutrition, sir. So there is, I do not remember specifically if there is anything to orphanages, but if you take into consideration children, definitely there are different types of schemes government is providing, sir.
For example, ఈ ఆర్ఫన్ చిల్డ్రన్కి ఏ గవర్నమెంట్ స్కీమ్స్ యూస్ చేసుకోగలరు వాళ్ళు? హెల్త్ న్యూట్రిషన్ మేము చెప్పు.
They can make use of midday meal schemes, sir.
అది ఒక పూట తింటారు, ఒక పూట. మిగతా 2 పూటలు ఏం చేస్తుంది గవర్నమెంట్? అంగన్వాడీస్లో స్కోప్ ఉందా తినడానికి? బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్, డిన్నర్?
Dinner, I don't think dinner is a possibility, sir, but breakfast is a possibility.
ఎక్కడ అంగన్వాడీస్లో?
Yes, sir, I think it's a possibility, sir.
అంగన్వాడీస్ ఈవినింగ్ పూట ఫుడ్ పెట్టవా?
I do not know, sir.
Okay. If you have to design a scheme only for orphans,
Yes,
after getting to the job, the services, tell me a scheme, innovative scheme, as you have personally seen their problems.
Yes, sir. Mental support, sir.
You said about emotional support, right?
That emotional support is required.
How
sir.
can a
So
scheme do that?
then we can make use of the technology, sir. Like currently, as we are having Manas to enhance the mental capability of all the people in the country. In the similar way, we can design a app which can provide for mental health, especially with respect to orphan homes, sir, which can provide emotional support to these orphan homes, sir.
And ఎలా యాప్ పిల్లలందరికీ ఎలా యాక్సెస్ వస్తుంది?
There is a caretaker now, sir. Just like how government is currently distributing tabs to every children, we can distribute a tab to every orphan home which is registered under government, sir. Through that we can provide a tab, and through this tab they can access
రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఉంటుంది ఆర్ఫన్ హోమ్స్కి? ఆర్ ద రిజిస్టర్డ్ ఆర్ఫన్ హోమ్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్
yes, sir, I
ఉంటుంది?
think there is a registration, sir.
సార్ లైసెన్స్ తీసుకోవాలి దానికి? నేను చేయాలండి.
Registration తీసుకోవాలి, sir.
ఆర్ షూర్?
Yes, sir, I am sure.
Okay, done. Okay. I think somebody is talking about badminton. Are you playing it now presently also?
Yes, sir.
Badminton.
I'm having monthly membership, sir.
Tell me which shots you are strong at in badminton.
There are no names to the shots, I think, sir.
Okay. Which technique you are strong at in badminton?
I am strong with my wrist, sir.
Okay.
I play shots with my wrist, sir, so which gives less amount of time for the opposition member to think, sir.
Okay. Now, who is your favorite badminton player
Saina Nehwal, sir.
among men?
Srikanth, sir.
Has Srikanth ever defeated world number 1?
No, sir.
World number 1. He never defeated Srikanth.
To my knowledge, no, sir.
Not in the final match, but
Yes, sir. To my knowledge, I do not know.
okay.
I like playing badminton,
So,
sir, but
what is the strength of weakness? What is the strength and weakness of Srikanth in his game? In Srikanth's game, if you observe,
Yes.
what are his strong points and weak points?
Srikanth is very good.
Kidambi Srikanth, right?
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Srikanth is very good at playing shots, sir. But when it comes to drops, most of the time he's lacking the kind of movement on the court to reach that point, sir. And the second important thing is he serves her moreover like కొంచెం మీదకు రావాల్సి సర్వీస్ ఎప్పుడైనా కొట్టినప్పుడు, బట్ కొన్నిసార్లు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఆ సర్వీస్ అనేది ముందు పడిపోతుంది, దానివల్ల ఈజీగా వెనక్కి వాళ్ళు పంపించేస్తున్నారు. అతను షార్ట్ కొట్టినా సరే అంత ఎఫెక్టివ్గా షార్ట్ ముందు పట్టలేదు, సార్.
Okay, over to Kiran.
See, one of your hobbies is letter writing. So, what is this hobby?
So, I like writing letters, sir. How I got this hobby is that when I
How
was
do you write these letters?
to my grandparents, I
You have pen
letters,
friends?
sir.
Do you have pen friends?
No, sir, I do not have pen friends, sir. I usually write these letters to my grandparents, to my school, sir, especially students who are in my school, sir, and also to my parents sometimes, sir.
So, even though with the new technology and
Yes,
everything,
sir.
social media, WhatsApp and everything, you still
Yes, sir.
stuck to your letter writing to your friends.
Yes, sir.
Why do you do so?
Why
Do you do so?
So one important thing is that I believe that if I am writing a letter, I can channelize my thoughts in a proper way, sir. But if I am doing it through a phone, I'll just speak randomly, sir. And second important thing is that actually one teacher was able to motivate me during my childhood, sir. He wrote a letter during my 8th standard, which I was able to preserve until now, sir. So one important thing about letters is that we can preserve it and we can read whenever we want motivation, whenever we feel low, sir. So in that way, I will also write letters to my school kids sir, who are studying in my school, so that they too can get motivated and they too can preserve it for longer duration, and even sometimes we can feel nostalgic by reading that letters sir, as to how we are behaving with our grandparents, how we talk with our grandparents, how we are talking with our parents sir.
Another hobby of yours is reading comic books.
Yes sir.
Name few.
Batman sir, Dark Knight, Iron Man sir. And there are multiple comic books sir, especially DC and Marvel comic books. I usually
Any
subscribe
Indian
to them,
comic
sir.
books that you have read?
No sir, I did not read any kind of.
Panchantras.
No sir. I used to.
Can they be considered as comics?
They definitely we can consider them as comic books sir.
Why haven't you chosen any Indian now?
Actually, during my childhood, I viewed them in television, sir. So, viewing in television is significantly like providing me more kind of imagination compared to while I'm reading in the comic books, sir. So, I thought that why to go back to again reading books when I was able to watch it.
You feel that is more imaginative than reading?
Yes, I felt it. I felt like this.
And see, your father works in revenue department.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So tell me how AI could be used
Sir.
to improve the service in revenue department.
So definitely, artificial intelligence is a game changer in every aspect of human life, sir. And revenue administration or revenue department is also no exception, sir. And one important thing where this artificial intelligence can be used in this revenue technology is that currently we are able to preserve in the form of bookkeeping, sir. If we are able to use this artificial intelligence, we can collect all the data, we can store it, and through various types of tools used in the artificial intelligence, we can easily get access to, for example, take into consideration land records, sir. Currently, we are not having proper land records in our country, sir. This land records problem can be simply solved using this artificial intelligence, sir, through data storage, through machine learning techniques, sir.
One second. See, digitization of land records are already happening.
Yes, sir, it is happening, sir.
Just you put them on the computer,
Yes,
it's
sir.
database, that's all.
Yes, sir.
But how is AI used in this AI? The question is about AI.
Artificial intelligence simply means processing of this raw data, no sir. Processing of the data in order to in order to get that most benefits, no sir. So this kind of data if you are able to collect, definitely through this we can able to properly assess whose land is in which location, and through that we can definitely in agriculture, especially in the agriculture sector, we can be going for consolidation of land holdings, sir. I feel like.
Yeah, Anil,
Sir.
you have talked about how letter writing is somewhat reflective and better than talking on. Can't you do that on mail?
Definitely we can do that on mail, sir.
Then why do you prefer writing letters?
Since I was a child, my grandparents used to write letters to me, sir. I used to write letters to them, sir. During my 8th standard, that means 2010, 2009. At that point of time, we are not having the emails and all we are not having computers and all that effectively, sir. So we used to mostly use the letters, sir.
You are not embracing the change.
I'm embracing the change, sir, but I want to stick to the roots to some extent, sir.
Tell me 3 different kind of letters.
What do you-
Different kind of letters.
Sorry, sir, I did not.
One of the kind is leave letter.
Okay, sir. Formal letters, leave letters, informal letters like writing to friends and all.
Okay, fine. So you have worked in NSS.
Yes, sir.
Under which ministry does NSS come?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know.
Is there any NSS day or something?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know that.
What is the motto of NSS?
I think it is service, sir, but specific mode I do not know, sir.
When did you work in NSS?
During my graduation, sir.
During your BTech.
Yes, sir.
What activities did you do?
Sir, if you observe while you're coming to Vijayawada, there are a lot of paintings on Vijayawada walls, no, sir. We colored them white, and Markham Foundation was able to paint them with different kind of sceneries and all, sir.
For beautification of the city.
Beautification of the city, sir.
And any other work?
Yeah, definitely, sir. We, especially with respect to Swachh Bharat, sir, at that point of time, Swachh Bharat mission was on a higher footing, sir, because of our Prime Minister's emphasis on Swachh Bharat. So we brought awareness among various types of education institutions as to how the vicinity should be kept clean, sir. And sometimes even we used to broom around the city, sir. And in addition to that, we also participate in different types of activities like whenever there are cricket matches happening here, we used to go and collect the trash over there, sir. In this way, multiple times we function in the semester, sir.
Okay, before we come to say, if you were, say, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate India's current economy?
I would rate 7, sir.
Why do you think it is not 10 and what are the?
So definitely there are certain challenges which we need to address, sir. Currently we are facing current account deficit like situation, sir. We are relying on.
How much is the current account deficit?
It is approximately around 3.1% of GDP, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So definitely we are importing more compared to what we are exporting with respect to merchandise, sir. That situation should be addressed. Even if to address that situation currently, even Indian government said that we are going to impose a ban on laptops, sir. If you read yesterday's or day before yesterday's newspaper. And second important thing is that poverty and inequality is still one of the major problems in our country, sir, and that has to be addressed, sir. Poverty estimation, I think, is one of the major important things which government has to focus on. Currently, we are able to know properly about the incident. Currently, we are only able to know about the incidence of poverty, sir, but we are not able to properly understand the intensity of poverty, sir. So these kind of situations, poverty, inequality, current account deficits, these kind of situations is what made me that India is not on 10, sir.
Okay, fine. You have written UPSC, CSC.
Yes, sir.
In 2019 and 20. What was your optional?
Geography, sir.
It was geography.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me the geographic advantage of your district and say about Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir. So Andhra Pradesh is on coastal location, sir. So definitely we can develop significant amount of ports through which we can ensure development, sir. And Andhra Pradesh is having different types of soils, sir. Just like how India is having multiple types of soils, Andhra Pradesh is also a macro version of India, sir, which is having different types of soils. Through which Andhra Pradesh in the past acted as granary of India, and it is currently continuing as granary of India, sir. And another important thing is we are having different types of hills and we are having different types of tribes in our country, sir, through which our traditions and cultures are being further enhanced, sir.
How is the optional performing these days?
I'm sorry,
How
sir.
is the optional performing in the exam these days?
Geography, sir. I think it was overall good, sir.
Okay. If given a chance, would you change your optional or
No, sir. I will stick to my options.
why not economics? You seem more interested.
No, sir. Economic. I am very good with Indian economy, sir, but I don't know I am good with overall economics or not, sir. We are studying only macroeconomy, but there is significant amount of microeconomics I have to go through, sir. So rather than learning microeconomics at honors level, I think geography is best for me, sir.
Yeah, fine. Your interview is over already.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.